Welcome to the Whisky Business Podcast, where we dive into the rich and fascinating world of whisky and the equally complex landscape of business. I'm your host, Ash Playsted, here to guide you through conversations that blend the culture and enjoyment of great whisky with the craft of building lasting business success. Each episode will be an exploration of the subtle connections between the smooth complexities of a fine dram and the strategic decisions that shape thriving enterprises. So pour yourself a glass, settle in, and join us as we discover how passion and precision make all the difference in both whisky and business. Hello, Ash Playsted here, your host of the Whisky Business Show. It is, I think, episode 11 or 12. I am back from a couple of week break from the show, bit of travelling, bit of holidaying. I hope everyone's well. It is early Feb. And looking forward to diving into today's episode. Got a treat for you today, a real treat. And of course, it's a fantastic whiskey. And there is the overlay into business, which I'll talk about in a minute. So without any further ado, I want to talk about today's whiskey. So let me just reach up here to the collection and pull this down. This is the Bushmills, which is an Irish distillery, an Irish whiskey. Bushmills is a very, very famous old Irish distillery, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the distillery in a moment and just how old it is. But this is Bushmills single malt, double Muscatel-finished Oloroso cask, triple distilled, 2010 classic. Now, first thing I want to say about this amazing whiskey is it has just won the Whisky Club's customer voted Whisky of the Year. Now, the Whisky Club is an organisation I'm a part of. I get a lot of my whiskies and information from the Whisky Club, not exclusively. I get other whiskies as well. But they have a huge client base and they deal in only the very best whiskies. And in fact, this one exclusively was made for the Whisky Club, only place you can get it, against some very, very stiff competition and some fine single malt whiskies. This has just been voted the Whisky Club's 2024 Whisky of the Year. The 2010, as I say, triple distilled, double Muscatel finished, single malt whiskey. What an absolute cracker. Now, I'm not going to open this one. This one's undoubtedly now probably doubled and tripled in value. It's a fantastic, fantastic whiskey. So we'll just put that aside for the moment, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Bushmills and a little bit more about this whiskey from my notes. So I'll just pick up the notes and we'll have a look at that. So Bushmills has been around since 1608. Amazing, over 400 years. It was founded on County Antrim's rugged coastline. The village of Bushmills is home to the world's oldest licensed whiskey distillery. Official records stretch back to 1608, when the area was granted its license to distill. Over 400 years later, remember, in 2025, whiskey is still being made in Bushmills, thanks to experience and craft passed down from generation to generation. So, the oldest licensed distillery in the world, that is 417 years old. What an amazing, amazing story. So, and a lot of people, I think, still regard Irish whiskey as the best. I'm a fan of Scotch. Irish whiskey I love as well, right? So this is an absolute classic from Bushmills. Let me tell you a little bit about the whiskey itself before we go on to maybe talking a little bit about the business connection. So this is as they often are, this is an award winner from the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. It was a 98 out of 100 and score and a double gold winner. As I said, finished in Muscatel casks from the Iberian Peninsula, which is obviously in Spain. It was fully matured in sherry first, making it the only 100% sherry matured Causeway, that's this collection, to date. And it's been bottled at a 49.1% ABV, which is about the sweet spot, high 40s, low 50s. Its colour is described as amber gold. Its nose is rich, warm honey, deliciously fruity with waves of peaches in syrup, grapes, and floral aromas. Its palate described as layers of juicy sweet strawberries, mandarin, apricot, and raisins with hints of walnut. And its finish is enticing, bold, jammy fruits entwined with milk chocolate, toffee, and gentle allspice. What an absolute cracker of a whiskey that is. It's taking a lot of willpower for me not to open and enjoy this one. Perhaps I'll weaken at some point and drink it, but this one's definitely going in the collection for the future opening of Ash's Fine Whiskey and Cigar Bar, which will be coming in the years to come. What an absolute crack of a whiskey. So let's talk a little bit about the connection to business that I want to make with this whiskey. So this whiskey is obviously an award winner, and I'm talking about it and I'm telling you about it, and many other people would be talking about this whiskey as well. So I want to talk about the merit or otherwise of nominating yourself for awards, trying to win awards in the mortgage broking industry. And there's different schools of thought. There are some people who just love awards. They love winning them. They love the recognition. They see the merit from a business perspective of being able to promote yourself as an award winner and the prestige and attracting people and opportunities to your business that being an award winner often brings. And there are many types of awards, as we know, right from highest volume of settlements through to best broker, best commercial broker, best broker of this size business, best broker of this size business, metro, regional, best support staff. There's a whole bunch of different types of awards from different industry bodies, different industry media magazines and publications. There'd be 20 or 30 different awards. Now, for me, when I applied for and won a couple of awards back in the early 2000s, the major award I won, which was Best Customer Service, was actually completely outside the industry. It was the local business commerce organisation sponsored by CGU at the time, where my business was voted the best customer service business in my area. Terrific award, not from the industry, but was very, very beneficial. It was great for the team. The team felt proud. Everyone contributed to it. And it was an independently voted non-industry award. So we wore that with a real badge of pride. And it was a real spur, not just recognition of what we'd achieved, but a spur to keep going, a spur to keep focusing on clients first, always. In fact, it sits up here, and I wonder, here we go. Viewers, let's see if I can grab it and show it to you. Have a look. Let's see if that's actually visible. There you go. So, I don't know how visible that is. Let's see. Anyway, that's the Business Excellence 2006 Excellence in Customer Service Award from Mortgage National. Very proud of that award and still got it, as you can see. So it's a cracker. But that's the point of this is, are awards worth going for? Some people feel it's a little bit, they feel like they're shouting about themselves. It's a little bit too self-absorbed. Other people don't feel like that at all. For me, I believe that winning awards or applying for awards is a very beneficial process. And this is where likening it to the whiskey. Even if you don't win the award, the process of investigating your business, looking at all of the things you do and communicating them to someone else who's going to review them forces you to look at your business in a way, I think, that often we don't as business owners. So the process of going for an award in of itself is very beneficial. If you actually win or are nominated, then comes the almost minor celebrity status or the appeal to the marketplace. We all know when you go to buy a bottle of wine, for example, and you're not a wine aficionado, you go to the bottle shop, which wine do you pick? Out of all of them that are lined up, all the Sauv Blancs that are lined up, or the Pinot Noirs, it's often the one with a couple of gold awards on it, right? How often do we do that? Does it mean they're a better wine? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Does winning an award in the mortgage industry mean that you're a better broker or a better business than others? Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe not. But in the eyes of the marketplace, customers, referral partners, recruits, attracting people to your business and part of positioning yourself as best practice and best in breed, awards are very, very beneficial. So my advice, the takeaway is great whiskey, award-winning whiskey, Bushmills, right? It's a very, very old whiskey that's still winning awards. So just because you've been at this game a long time doesn't mean you can't put yourself up and test yourself in the marketplace to see if you're, the best. So applying for awards, very meritorious. Sometimes these awards are granted individually to brokers who happen to write a lot of loans. There's merit in that as well. I think I'm probably referring more to overall business-related awards, not just individual awards, although they're all of merit. The takeaway is put yourself to the test, see where you stand. It's a great way to run a dose of salts through your business and find some strengths and weaknesses that you can work on. But it also carries a lot of upside to promote into the industry, into your niche where you're looking for clients, and also to attract good people to your business. That's it. Get yourself some Bushmills, get out there and apply for some awards. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Whisky Business Show.